Children get cancer, children get raped, children die, so stop having children. The moment you have a child, they're prone to every kind of risk in life. Having kids is simply wrong. There's COVID, there's disease, there's all sorts of terrible stuff in life. So why are people reproducing? Why are people passing on life? The world is overpopulated as it is. Stop having children, stop breeding. You can do better than that. You're not an animal. Only animals have that animalistic instinct to reproduce. There's cancer in life, there's disease, there's murders, there's all sorts of terrible stuff. So, children that, parents that reproduce and impose life on children, they're the real criminals. Cancer isn't the issue, rapists aren't the issue, parents are. They're the ones that bring children to
Parents are murderers.
What's that?
Parents are murderers.
Parents are murderers, parents are sadists. I have no respect for parenthood, I have no respect for biological parenthood. It's wrong to impose life, it's wrong to create children, it's wrong to bring people into a world of harm. And it's very clear that the world is full of harm. Everybody should read Better Never to Have Been by David Benatar. So that's just what I wanted to share today, is that having children is a very sinful act. And not religiously sinful, just morally sinful. I have no respect for religion, but just don't reproduce. Don't pass on the burden of life to people. Drive safely, but the biggest harm to kids is placing them into existence. That's very true, because car accidents are just one of the few harms that a child can go through. One of the few, that's one out of a million harms that a child can experience. They can experience rape, they can experience drowning, alcoholism, homelessness, addiction, schizophrenia, bipolar, all sorts of horrible things. So even if somebody, saves somebody from a drunk driver, they're not saved. They're still prone to all sorts of crazy, fucked up shit. So that's the reality. The reality is that this world is harmful, and if it wasn't for parents, there wouldn't be any suffering.
That's true. True, Alex. So we are on, tell them where we're at.
We are in Toronto. This is Dundas Square. It's like the Broadway of Toronto, but Broadway's way cooler, obviously.
Yeah.
And, we're just holding up the sign that Diane made. It's a really beautiful sign, and it suggests a very real idea that, the real harm is putting kids into this world. The moment you put kids into this world, then they're prone to every kind of pain. You can avoid cancer, you can avoid, being robbed, you can avoid being murdered, but you're still prone to every kind of harm. You're still prone to having kidney stones and having broken legs and being attacked. So this world is harmful by itself, so it's best to not have children.
Antinatalism.
So antinatalism is the most ethical and sound philosophy. It simply suggests that, it's not right to impose life, and that's the very true ethical reality in this world. Having children is very, very cruel and very fucked up. And anybody that has children is responsible for all the harms the child goes through because they impose life on them. You want to play fucking death walk? And step halfway and you see what? Step halfway then. Okay, look, see line of walk. See the fucking line walk. Now you're there.
Conflict. There's no conflict unless there's...
Life is full of conflict, strife, arguments, fights. There's been wars. I mean, millions of people have died in wars. Millions of people have been blown up and lost family members. So all that could have been avoided if people simply didn't reproduce. Every children will suffer, age, and die. Giving birth is very, very wrong. Children will grow up and develop cancer, and all sorts of bad things may happen.
And they'll get back
It's just wrong to have
pain,
children.
disease, addictions. What is the for addiction? Addiction.
Addiction. Life is addictive.
Yeah.
That's really cool doing this with you.
Yeah. There's another stroller. Right here.
Every child will suffer, age, and die. Having children is wrong because kids can get cancer, kids can get raped, kids can get murdered, so don't have kids. Once you have a child, you're responsible for all the harm that the child experiences. You're going to be wage slaves because your parents brought you into this world. Wage slavery is another big one. I mean, people are going to waste 8 hours a day working. I mean, work is immoral. Work is exploitative. And this is just, in countries like China and countries like Korea, people are really, really exploited. And that's another reason that, having children is wrong.
Can you, hey, let's go over there, Mom. Can you pick this up? Let's go over to where the action is. Let's go over to where the bus stop is. And this is our first time in Canada holding a sign and educating people not to reproduce, because reproduction is evil. Reproduction is unethical.
Reproduction is the most unethical act a person could commit. It's worse than rape and worse than murder.
It is rape and murder. It equals rape and murder. All parents are murderers. Oh, it's windy. Oh! Let me get over here with it.
It was better there because it was warmer.
Maybe over here though. Okay. What about homelessness? Look at that.
Homelessness is a huge problem. Cancer is a huge problem. And once you have a child, you expose them to all these harms. Nobody is safe from the harms of life, and parents essentially put children into a state of existence where they're prone to every kind of harm. Don't have children and don't create harm. It's really quite simple. And people that are reproducing during COVID are really, really irresponsible because, I mean, the world is monitored, the world is, shut down, and you're still putting life into this world? I mean, where's your mind at? Most people really don't give any thought to reproduction, unfortunately. It's so primal and it's so instinctive, but parents are really responsible for every harm that the child experiences. There's no reason to respect parenthood. It's really just brainwashing. I mean, why respect your parents? Because of your parents' sex act, you're going to suffer, you're going to age, you're going to die. That's just a harsh reality.
Handicapped people in wheelchairs.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of horrible harms in life, and anytime you create a new life, anytime you impose existence on a new life, you're creating all sorts of tragedies. Your child may be the next cancer victim. Your child may be the next murder victim. Your child might kill themselves. They might develop schizophrenia. There's no ethical reason to create life.
What about antinatalism? Here.
This is satire, I hope, right?
No, of course not.
It's
No?
true.
What would it
it's
be
true.
satire?
I hope this is satire.
Do you
No.
think kids with cancer is satire? Do you think it's funny that a kid has cancer?
I think you better get out of here because I'm going to come back with a baseball bat and I'm going to bash your fucking brains in.
You can do whatever you
No,
want.
I mean just to help out your parents because they put you into existence and I'm going to help them undo that.
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Okay?
I think
fun.
that's a threat.
Yeah,
That's a viable threat.
it's a real threat.
Oh, what a piece of shit. I bet he's a father. Are you a father? Ask
Do you
him.
have a child?
Wow, he threatened
Yeah.
to bash us. That's pretty aggressive. You know
He's
what?
not gonna do shit.
I didn't even get that in my own community.
He's gonna walk away now because he's a pussy. That thinks I'm gonna call the police on him. I'd love to see him come back.
Wow, what a piece of shit. They're not as receptive as.
Canadians are kind of, passive.
Oh. Come on, talk. Or you want to talk? I can
I
hold
want to
that.
go back. Okay.
I can hold it. I can do it for a while.
Yeah, you can talk.
You here? I'm still filming, but you hold that.
Did you get that on film?
Yes, it's all on film. I'm still taping. Okay. Having children is unethical. Having children is murder. All biological parents are murderers. You have subjected your child to murder, rape,
Okay, get my product shoes in the
cancer,
picture.
drowning.
Get the product too.
And look up the word, Google the word antinatalism.
Antinatalism?
Yeah, antinatalism. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, but all parents are murderers. Biological parents are murderers. Are you a parent?
Yeah, and she's very successful.
Then you're an idiot.
I'm an idiot because she's successful.
And you're an addicted.
You're a fucking cunt. That's what you are.
You are misogynistic if you're calling me a cunt.
Misogynistic.
You
What
even
the fuck that means?
you don't know what it is. You're addicted and you're disabled.
Addicted to what?
Huh.
What am I?
Look at
I
your
jumped out of a helicopter.
look at your cigarette. Look at your cigarette. You're addicted.
Fuck off, you fat bitch.
You are misogynistic.
Yeah, how many Big Macs you have today?
I don't eat me Big
That's
Mac.
fucking
What are you guys
stupid.
talking about today?
Antinatalism.
What's that?
Antinatalism is a philosophy that protects everybody from harm. It protects every child, every adult, every teenager from harm, because once we're placed into existence, we're placed into harm. And so,
Watch out for the little faggot beside you. I'll punch him right in the fucking head.
You'll do fucking nothing, man.
Yeah?
He
You
called.
want to try me?
Oh,
Go for it.
40 years in the military.
oh, what a
What did you
piece.
do?
Military.
Fuck off.
I didn't have a
Military.
kid.
Military losers, full of losers.
No, to protect people.
No, you're not protecting anybody.
Fuck off.
You're misogynistic. How many women did you rape
not
in the
worth it, man.
military?
This guy's not worth it.
Veterans are rapists.
Just,
1 out of 3 women in the military are raped.
how do you know that?
Because I know that because I've done research on
On
this.
research on what?
I don't celebrate Veterans Day. Veterans are rapists. And you look like a
This guy's not
rapist.
worth it.
Looks like an old time.
He called, oh my God, he called you a faggot. Man, he's homophobic and he's,
Military people.
I know, the military. I mean, they're the
Nobody's
worst.
here gonna do
I mean, they're the, oh, it's fucking cold here.
Well, we gotta meet Zach soon.
All biological parents are murderers. Google the word antinatalism. Antinatalism is a philosophy that prevents harm to everybody because it promotes non-procreation. And only by non-procreating can we spare humanity of all harm. All biological parents are murderers. They have subjected their children to every form of harm. Rape, drownings, cancer, disability, poverty, and all sorts of crime. Homelessness. Hold the sign, hold it up. Very, very good. Oh, I'm freezing here. God damn. All biological parents are murderers. Every child born is subjected to any number of harms and eventual decay and death. Our bodies are decaying meat units. Oh, I'm freezing. Addictions can be prevented by not procreating. What's your addiction? Is it porn? Is it cigarettes? Is it alcohol? Is it drugs? Is it speeding down a street? Say something.
I don't want to say anything anymore. It's cold.
Oh, it's freezing. We gotta go. It's freezing.